Alright, we're good now. Awesome. Perfect. So, if you watched the last stream, I was building this. And we are moving on now to the main super plane that goes on top of. So, this doesn't seem like it's that big so far, but the next set, the instructions itself is twice as thick. Let's build some pieces. It's got a lot more pieces, including this tub. A lot. So, let's get started. Might take a bit longer to find pieces because I have to dig through this big tub. But we'll see. Reorganize some things. Alright. Step 1. This 3x6 plate. With a 1x2 brick. And a 2x2 yellow circle. Here we are. And then another of these white plates. I think I'm gonna dump some of this out and maybe make it easier to find pieces. Sorry about the noise. Okay, got that. And then these like pill-shaped tan pieces. Yes, Harrison, I do read the chat. I do read the chat. I might be a bit delayed because I'm more focused on the Lego than the messages at the moment. Okay. Tan brick. 1x2 brick with studs on the side. Perfect. And then black ones. Here and here. Nice. And then this weird circle piece that's got like spots for clips on all the sides of it. I saw one a minute ago. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. Stick that on. Add another one of these yellow circles. right there. Stick that on top. And then 2 3x3 gray right angles. We need one more of those. Let's see here. Right there. And then a dark gray 1x6. I'm gonna move this base plate. And so we can dump out the rest of this. Where'd I put that? I will put stuff back in the bin later if I need to, once this thing starts getting bigger. Okay, 1x6, and then 2x2, and then 1x1 brick with a stud on the side, right here. 2 of those, I need one more. Perfect. And then a 2x2 right angle brick, white. Right here. Need one more of those. Nice. Okay, and then tan 1x2 brick with studs on the side. And then we are done with that chunk for now. And then a 2x8 white plate right here. Okay, that's 8. And then a round 1x2 plate. And we'll eventually need another one on the other end, so I'll just get one now. And then 1x1 dark gray bricks. There's one. There's 2, and then 1x2 light gray bricks with axle holes in them. And then 2 more of those. And then 1x1 bricks with axle holes. And then a 1x2 smooth tan plate with rounded corners. Right there. Nice. Okay. And then 2 2x2 right angle dark gray plates. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yeah, keep dropping pieces. There's one. Took so long. And we still need one more. There it is. Perfect. Okay, and then 1x2 black bricks with studs on the side. There's one. There's two. Okay, and then a 1x6 dark gray plate. Here's one. And then two 1x1 light gray bricks with axle holes. Slap those in the bottom. Perfect. Next page. Actually, this goes on here now. Nice, nice. And then two 4-length axles. There's one. There's two. And those go right in here. And then this 3-stud long axle and pin Technic piece slides on the end with a 2-stud pin axle combination, and then 2 rounded black plates and a 2x3 white plate. And then a 1x6 tan brick and a 2x2 tan brick. And then 2 3x3 rounded right angle white pieces. There's one. There's two. Those both go on there. And then tan brick and a tan 2x2 plate together on top. Next page. Okay. Black 1x2 plate rounded. There's one. 1x1 light gray brick with axle. And one more of those. A 2-stud red axle with a white 1x1 rounded plate with axle holes. That goes on front there with another red 2-stud pin, axle pin in front, with a blue gear on it. And then another white 1x2 plate, axle plate. There it is. Pop that on and add another 2-stud red axle. Perfect. And then 2 more 1x1 red or 1x1 gray bricks with axle holes. And then attach that right there. Nice. Some Technic stuff coming in. And then 2 more of these curved white 3x3 right angles. This fits around that very nicely. And then these 1x2 that are like 3 bricks tall black panels. Don't know if you can see that. Pop those on right there. And then 2 dark gray, like wedge pieces, I guess you call them. There's one. There's two. Those go right here. And then we get these like curved 1x1 bricks, but they're not bricks, and they got one stud on the side. These pieces. Really weird. I don't know if that shows up. Need two of those. There's another one. Those go right here. Next page. 3x3 right angle gray plate. There's one. And then a red 1x1 plate. Perfect. And then a black 1x1 brick with a side stud. Perfect. And then a light gray 1x1 brick with an axle hole. And then one more of those. And then a 1x2 light gray plate. Oh, that doesn't go there. It goes here. And then a one more. That's not the next step. Here we go. Okay, now it is. 1x1 black, or 1x1 light gray stud with an axle or brick, and then a rounded 1x2 plate, and then one more 1x1 brick with axle, and then two 1x2 light gray plates. One. Where are you? There we are. Two. With a 1x1 light gray panel that's also off over the edge. There's one. It's a goofy looking piece. Stick it on the side, and then a 3x3 right angle plate. Right there. Stick that on top, and then we take a 3 stud length light gray axle right here and put that in the end, just like that. Then we take a red 4 stud axle and put it in. Oh, I put this on the wrong way. Flip that. Okay. Put that in this end. And then a dark gray 1x1 brick. also need a black 1x2 brick with studs on the side. That's easy find right there. But where is the dark gray 1x1 brick? Right there. Perfect. Pop that on. A light gray 1x1 brick with axle hole. And one more of those. Don't know why they had that 2 different steps. And then red 1x1 stud. These are like the easiest to find, obviously, because they're bright red, unless you're colorblind. Light gray 2x2 right angle. And another one of those pieces that hangs off the side. Light gray. Right there. Okay, then another one, another right angle 2x2 on top. And then that attaches right here. Wait a second. Oh, I put this black brick on backwards. Fix that real quick. There we go. Pretty easy fix. And now we do it all in reverse. That's great. Woohoo! There we go. A 3x3 brick or plate. 3x3 right angle plate. The red 1x1 stud. A black 1x1 brick with a stud on the side. It's right here. And then a light gray 1x1 brick with axle hole. And then another one. And a 1x2 plate. And then a 1x2 black rounded plate and another 1x1 brick with axle hole. And then another one. And then 2 1x2 plates. And then one of the hanging off the sides ones. There's the 2 1x2s, and then the side hanging plate right there. Nice, nice. And then the 3 stud light gray axle on this side. And the right angle 3x3 plate goes. Let's see. Is that next? Yes. Okay. But where? There it is. Perfect. And then a 4 stud red axle this end. And then a dark gray 1x1 brick. This caused us a lot of trouble last time, but not today. Or not this time, I guess, because, yeah. And then 2 light gray 1x1 bricks with axle holes again. And then a red 1x1 stud right there. A light gray 2x2 right angle, and then a hanging light gray piece, and then a 3-stud axle. 3-stud yellow axle, and then a 2x2 light gray right angle right there, and we put it on this side. Oh, we forgot the yellow one on the first side, so let's put that in real quick. Nice. Okay, this is getting complicated stuff. Is that, what color is that? Is that supposed to be red or orange? It looks like it's supposed to be orange, but I don't have any orange pieces. Did they just use a replacement? Any different colored pieces or something? That is really weird. Hold on. Yeah, I just don't have those pieces. Did they use white? I really don't know. It looks like they might have just used white pieces instead. With these weird orange pieces. I have no idea. There's nowhere I'm gonna find these. Did they use a different color? I really don't know. Set those over there. Let me look in the back here. Let's see the full catalog of pieces. Yeah, they're just not here. That is really strange. There's supposed to be 4 of these white 2x2 bricks. If there's more than that, then I think they must have replaced it or something. But I have really no idea right now. Man. They're not on the floor or something? Am I? Oh, I lost my page too. This is kind of a big issue, because if I'm missing these pieces, I'd have to end stream and go buy them, because I know for a fact we don't have them at my house. I'll keep looking, see if they used any replacement pieces. I'll see how much they're really needed, in case there's a way to skip them entirely. Oh, okay. So this is a really weird set. So if you look back in the instructions, it has you actually take them off later. Let's see, we're on step 51. So it says here you take the orange one off, and then later it has you take these other orange ones back off. That is ridiculous. Why would they do that? Okay, so we're good. We're not missing anything. This is not going to be a problem. We are all set to continue. Thank goodness. It's not about to go out and buy these pieces. Alright, let's continue this. Try not to, hopefully you don't run into any more issues like this, because that'd be bad. 2 red 1x1s. 2 light gray 2x2 right angles. I don't know. They must have just been there for like supports or something so that you could stand it up while you're building it so you don't have to hold it the entire time like I'm doing. I really don't know. I don't know what the thought process is behind that. If it really has any good purpose. Why it's even in there in the first place. I just don't know. Don't know. 2 1x2 light gray bricks with axles. 1x1 gray bricks with axles. And then a worm gear is what I believe they're called. This goes on this light, on a tan axle piece from earlier. And then we're making a whole thing with a 4-stud red axle with a 2-stud axle joiner, and then a 3-stud yellow axle, and then a short dark gray worm gear with one of those black things that keeps stuff on there. That's all I know. That's what I'm just gonna say. So pop that on there. So now if we turn that, the gear also turns very slowly, but it does. That's cool. Okay, next part. Making a new chunk. Light gray 1x1 brick with a 6-length black axle. That's the right length. Pop that in. A spacer, that's what they're called. Spacers. A black spacer followed by a yellow spacer with a 1x3 Technic beam with a axle connector thing, and then a yellow spacer and a black spacer. Where'd it go? There we go. And then another 1x1 light gray brick with an axle hole, and then a black 2-stud pin. Classic piece. And then a 3x3 T pin. No, what am I saying? Oh my goodness, I'm tired right now. It's 10 o'clock. And it's a Technic beam. There we go. And then a tan axle with part of it blocked off, I guess you'd say. And then a small tan gear with a yellow spacer. And then we need one more of those. So, tan axle with a tan gear with a yellow spacer. And those both go in the bottom here with a... Oh my gosh, we got more orange pieces. This is getting ridiculous. Let me guess, it comes off later too. It's just there for my convenience. Yep, pops right off. It's just there to stay out of the way, I guess. But for now, we're gonna ignore it. It's gonna go right here. Nice. Now when both of these spin, oh, I missed it. This yellow one also spun. So when these two spin, it spins. You actually have to spin the worm gear. When you spin the worm gear, it spins the blue and the tan studs, the tan gears now. Okay. Now we add two 1x1 red studs. There's one. 2. Okay, that goes there and there. And then 2. Oh, there's more sticker pieces that I left. I was trying to sort those out, but evidently didn't do well enough. That goes there, and then 2 more Brick Commander Grayson. You want to know what the announcement is? Well, you gotta wait and see. And let's see, 6 minutes. So 2 light gray 1x2 plates. Those all, no, that one's got a clip on it. One by two. There's one at least, and stick that on. There we go. 1x2 light gray plate, and then a 4-stud red axle. Those go in the ends here. I put those on sideways. What a dingus. Man, this is getting really... It's too late for this. Put those back on here. Okay. 2 blue 1x1, 2 brick tall, 2-layer tall bricks with studs on the side, and then 2 1x2 plates with rounded corners. They really like their rounded pieces in this. The rounded 1x2s. I've seen them a lot. It's ridiculous. And then 2 more 1x2 light gray plates. And then 2 more of the light gray pieces that hang off the edge like this, which go on here. We have 4 minutes left till our announcement. Here's another edge piece hanging over the edge. And then, ooh, 2 more light gray 1x2s. Here's one. So many of the right angle pieces, but they're all the wrong angle pieces. It's a good joke. There we go, there's the other one. Perfect. Now we add... No, we go to the next page. And then 2 black slope pieces that are 1x2s. 1x2 black slopes. There's 1. Yep, 1. And here's 2. Those both go in the middle. Knock that piece off. And then 2 1x2 bricks with axle holes. And then light gray 1x2 with pinhole. Then 2 light gray 1x1 studs. Bricks, plates, we need to make 2 of these. So let's do that now instead of doing one whole thing and then doing it all over again. You gotta multitask. It's a better way to do it. Oh. If I can find the piece. Might have gotten mixed up in the rest of this at some point, which means it's gonna be a pain to find. But we got 1 minute left till our announcement. Okay, but first we need this tan pin that has like a quarter pin on the end of it. You can put that down while we have it. Okay, let's see. 10 seconds, give or take. Let's see if we can find this last piece before then. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Alright, time for the big announcement. It's not super big, but it's pretty significant. As you've all been waiting very patiently, part 9 of the Bike Camper project, the main video update, is going to be released tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, so keep an eye out for that. Hopefully it's going to be great. See how it goes. And now let me perfect. Alright, now we can get back into building the set. Keep an eye out for the video tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time. I'll say it again. And yeah, there we go. That's the announcement. Ah, man. Where is this piece? Are we sure it's not? Oh, it's right in front of my face. My big face. Okay, 1 by 2 studs. Tan pin with a quarter pin, third pin, half pin. What are those? Next page. 2 by 2 light gray right angles. I saw a bunch over here earlier. They have magically disappeared. That's great. Here's one. There's one more. And then 1 by 2 plates with a slope piece on the end. Here's 1. Here's 2. Those go on the end, and then a 3 by 3 right angle, blue gray, light gray. I'm gonna, as I come across, I'm gonna take some of these bigger pieces and move them aside so they're less in the way. Where? Dropping more pieces. Okay. one 3x3 at right angle, three studs long, 3 studs wide. Where? There's one. Halfway there. Alright. Where's the other one? Where'd you go? Three by three right angle gray plate. Dropped another piece. Oh man. I don't see it. Where is it? This is very frustrating. Oh man, what in the world? Oh gosh. Man, I don't know what to say. Is it missing? I don't think it's missing. It's just very well concealed. Alright, new strategy. I'm going to scrape or just look through all the pieces, and if it's not in there, put it in the bucket. That way it's the process of elimination, you know? Okay, I think we've eliminated enough where we can look through the rest. We should be able to find it if it's there. Unless it's fallen off the other side, which I don't think it has, except for this piece. Alright, lay this all out nice and spaced. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Is it just not here? Ah, gosh dang it. I don't know what to say. Unless I'm super blind and it is in this pile somewhere. Or I already process of eliminated it. Which I don't think I have. Now I'm doubting myself significantly. Oh my gosh. It's right here. Okay. That was a lot of time and effort and agony. Out the window. Gone. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Okay. Well, nothing we can do but start and just keep building. I gotta dump this all out again. Okay. Next, a 1x3 Technic half beam with pin and axle. Pop those in there. Next page, hallelujah. Bag 6. As you can tell, this is not in bags. So, fantastic. 4-stud axle with the end cap, I guess you'd call it, into a 1x2 Technic beam with pin and axle, and then 2 perpendicular axle pieces with also perpendicular pin pieces. There's one with axle. Oh, I did this backwards. So, pin, axle, pin, beam. Okay, now we do it again. Where's another pin? There we go. Pin, axle, pin, beam, there we go, that's done. Now this is the point where we would have taken that orange piece off the top, but we didn't need to, and we didn't have the pieces anyways. So we just take 2 more 1x2 beams that are axle pin combination, and those go on top here and here. What in the world? Oh shoot! Oh man, these 2 pieces have to be straight, but when I put the gears in, they weren't lined up right, so I have to take part of this apart so that they line up straight like they're supposed to. Shouldn't be too difficult. I can kind of just twist it until it snaps. There we go. Okay, never mind. Don't need to take anything apart. That, thank goodness. It's fixed now. Now a right angle light gray Technic half beam with a stud thingy, or a pin that is pin and axle, and then we put another right angle beam on the bottom, 2 halves make a hole, then a 2-stud axle, red one, in there with, I have no words to describe this piece. No idea what that is. Well, I know what it is, but I just don't know how to describe it. So, oh, and I put the pin in the wrong spot. So I use another axle to get that out, and then get that one stuck, and then take that apart. And now we're good to go. After I put this in, make sure it's nice and flat, and then stick this goofy piece on, and that goes right. Where does that go? Hold up. I'm missing where these pieces went on. I never saw that part. Oh, okay. So they go like this. In the back here. Like that, very nice. And then opposite on the other side. And now we can put this piece on. That is on this page here. Which goes in Oh shoot, these are backwards. Easy fix though, just flip them. Probably could have just spun them, but that... Actually, no, those won't stay if I do. Okay, and now we just do that in reverse. So 2 right angle pieces. A pin axle combo tan piece. Once again, put it backwards. Goes right here. And a red 2-stud axle with another one of those goofy pin pieces. Those then go on here. Nice. Man, I forgot how much longer making Technic stuff takes than like the space shuttle with bricks. Like, it's already been, let's see, how long has it been? Like the same amount of time as the space shuttle took to build, and we've only got this far of the main plane. This is gonna take hours, quite a long time. And I'm gonna stream the whole thing, so keep an eye out for that. Let me get my control set up again here. Perfect. Alright, we're back. Next are these 2 black panels that go here and here. Then more of those along with some tan bricks. 2 tan 2x2 bricks. Which I can only find one of. Oh, I only need one. Never mind then. Then 2 white 1x2 rounded plates. Only seen black ones so far, which is interesting. Interesting choice of pieces, but. And then a 2x2x2, actually a 1x2x2 light gray brick with studs on the side. There we go, another 1x2 plate. This iPad and put it over here because this one's about to die. Okay. Perfect. And then another one of these black panel plate thingies. Wherever they are. I do not want to do that process of elimination thing again. That was a pain and a waste. So I'm just going to keep looking till I find it. Dropping pieces. I think part of the reason it's taken so much longer, it's right there, is because I have so many more pieces to look through which makes things 100 times more complicated. Maybe not 100, but quite a few levels of complication. It's up there. It's difficult. There we go. 1x2 rounded white stud brick plate thing. And then a 1x1 light gray. 2 of those actually. 1x1 light gray plates. 2 of them. Those on there, and then a triangle piece. It's kind of triangle shaped. I guess it's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's technically a hexagon because it got 6 sides, but who's counting? Right here. This little bugger. Right there. Nice, nice. And then 2 right angle 2x2 plates. Here's 1. Here's another. Here's and then a 2x3, a black 2x3. There we go. Pop that on there, and then some 1x2 white bricks that are like the 2 cylinders stuck together to make a weird looking brick. I don't know why they have them, just for looks really, but they are goofy looking. Oh. Okay. Let's go here and here. And 2 light gray or white right angles 2x2s. Those go both here and here, and then white curved right angle pieces from earlier right here. And then a 1x6 brick. Light gray 1x6 brick right there. And then another weird 1x2 brick. Where is it? There it is. Okay, got that. Next page, rounded 1x2 plate again. There you go. 1x2, 2 tall light gray brick with studs on the side. That's a mouthful. That goes on here. I think this has got to be like the top or bottom of the plane. I'm guessing this is the bottom and it's like for a landing gear or something. Let me... Oh, that's so cool. If you spin that worm gear, these pop out. These side pieces here, here, and here. So I'm guessing this is for landing gear, which is really cool, actually. So then this is the bottom here. This is the top. That's going to be really sweet. Let's keep going. Let's get some 1x1 plates. We need 2 of those. And 4 1x2 light gray plates. Here's 1. Here's 2. Nope, that's not 1 actually. That's a right angle. So we only have 1. Here's 2. We will need these pieces as well. The 1x2 plates with a slope on one side. Just need more of those 1x2 light gray plates. I'm going to take all these big pieces and put them in the tub down here. Just to get some things out of the way. There's 3 out of 4. And there's 4 out of 4, but then we need 2 more of the 1x2s with the slope on it. Here's 1. Where is it? They just don't want to be found today. Tonight, I guess. Here it is. Okay, now we get this all together. We're going to do each of these things twice. So the 1x2 is on top of each other, then a 1x2 with the slope, 1x2 with the slope, and then 1x2 with the angle, another 1x2 with an angle, and the 1x1 stud, 1x1 stud, and then those go here and here. Very nice. Okay, this next part needs a lot of pieces. So a 2x2 plate with these studs on the bottom, dark gray. This can be tricky to find if there's only one in this whole set. Hopefully it's not super difficult. Two by two smooth plate, studs on the bottom, dark gray. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Dunno. Oh, it's right there. Right in the middle. A 1x4 light, or blue, not light blue, just blue. And then we need 1x3 black smooth plates with a hole, like a small hole in the middle that would fit like this rod or something through it. I saw one earlier. But where? There's one, but we need two of them. But not, yeah we do. So yeah, it's got the hole on the bottom. There we go. That's what we're looking for. And then we take light gray 2x2 right angle pieces, two of them, and stick those on top of the plates with the upside down studs. Then we take two of these like 2x2 with a raised half with studs on the side, and then a blue 2x6 right here, and then put two dark gray 2x4s, 2x4 plates on top of those. Dark gray 2x4s. Did I put them down here? No, I didn't. Are they dark gray or light gray? No, they're dark gray. Once again, I lack seeing the proper pieces. There's one right there on top of the others. And there's another. Perfect. That goes on top. And then a 1x3 dark gray brick. Two of those. Here's one. Just need one more of these 1x3 dark gray bricks. I'm sorry, my chair is so squeaky. It's kind of annoying. 1x3 bricks. I'll put that one on here, just so we don't lose it somehow. Dark gray 1x3 brick. We also need a white 2x4 brick, which should be easier to find in theory. One by 3 dark gray brick. One by 3 dark gray brick. Where is it? One by 3 dark gray brick, eluding me yet again. All these pieces, they're against me. Don't want to be found. I'm not gonna do the process of elimination method again. That was horrible. Go back and watch that if you want to see me suffer. One by three, dark gray brick. Can't be that hard to find. It's a pretty big piece compared to some pieces. I like these big ones, which can go in the big piece bin. 1 by 3, dark gray brick, nice and big, easy to find. It's right there. Perfect. Let's go. Finally. And then a 2 by 4 white brick, easy peasy. And then a 1 by 1 by 2 blue brick with studs on the side. And then some white 1 by 2 rounded plates. We need 3 of those. Here's 1. Here's 2. Just need 1 more. Here's 3. Fantastic. And then 1 by 2 light gray plates with clips. Here's 1. Here's 2. Perfect. These connect here. And then go on top. Right here. Nice. Look at that. Tan 2 by 4 plate with a white 2 by 2 brick. Those both on top right there. And then I'm going to make 2 of these. 1 by 2 plates and 1 by 1 plates with 1 by 2 with a slope. 1 by 2 with a slope. Where is it? Oh, dropped another piece. There's 1. Just need 1 more. Just 1 more. Simple, simple. There we go. 1 by 2 with the 1 by 2 with slope. 1 by 2 with slope. And then the 1 by 1. And then these add on to here. We're making like this very nice sloped angle here. Don't know if you can see that. But it just keeps getting bigger. I think we're getting close to the nose cone, which could be pretty cool once we get that together. That might be something that we do in the next stream. I think we will be finishing up here in the next few minutes, next 10 minutes or so. So let's add these 2 by 2 with a right angle pieces up top. Do some more of those. The other side as well. And then 2 more 1 by 1 plates. Here's 1, here's 2. These go back here, and then we need some black 2 by 2. Pinch my finger. And then black 2 by 2 plates, half studs. So it's one side is just like a smooth plate. Here's one. The other side is studs. Just need 1 more of these. Here we go. Perfect. Stick those on there. And then we need some 2x2 light gray right angles again. We need a lot of these today. Let's need one more. Perfect. And then we also need a 1x4 brick right here. Nice. And these go right here. And then two more 1x2 plates with clips on the end. One here. And one here. Perfect. Those go on top. Nice. Alright. Three more 1x2 rounded white plates. Hole studs. Here's one. Nice, nice. Where are you? Come on. Where is it? 1x2 plates. Harrison, if you're still watching this, I am building this big set right here. This is only part of it. It is this big, very big plane. You can see the back half on the other side of the instructions. And I built in the last stream this, which is the space shuttle that will clip on top of that. On top of the plane once it is finished, because this is the plane that carried the space shuttle when they were doing those missions, which is pretty sweet. Now, if I can just find these 1x2 rounded white plates, that'd be fantastic. Okay. But they are not in a wanting to be found mood right now, so I have to find them myself. There we go, there's one more. Okay, so just need one more of those 1x2 white rounded plates with holes in the studs. And then I can go to bed because it is 11 o'clock. So we're going to finish this step, and then that is going to be the stream for today. check back. I will try to post ahead a little bit before when the stream is going to start. If for the next progress continuation of this project. It'll probably be a couple because as there are so many pieces, it takes longer to find things, and that's why in almost 2 hours, this is all that we have built. So, which is really just the landing gear system for the front part of the plane. So we have made hardly any progress. So yeah, let's see if we can find this last piece, and then that's going to be the last thing for the night. Where is this last piece? Last one. Last one before the end of the stream. There will be more stream, but this is the last piece for this stream tonight. If we can ever find it. One by 2 plate, rounded edges, white, holes in the studs, and it is not showing up. I think, unfortunately, there's really only one way we can do this, and that's with process of elimination and pain and suffering. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one more quick look, and if I can't find it, we're gonna have to resort to that. Alright, I think we're gonna try a way that doesn't involve dumping it all in a bin. I think we're just gonna like have it all start over here and slowly move the whole thing this way. Let's try that. Where are you? Make yourself known. we don't find this piece, that's gonna be a frustrating way to end the night. Let's just hope I can find it. Oh, it was under a plate, and of course it was right at the end. Oh my gosh, okay. Last piece of the night. Here we go. Put that on right there. Okay, well, with that, that is going to be the end of streaming. Let me show you the progress we made today. Let me come grab the camera. Alright. Okay. Okay, so this is what we've done so far today. This is right now, this is the top part. This is where the landing gear is going to be, is down right in here. As you can see, we got some gearing stuff. When I turn these, other way. Doesn't want to turn very well. But these sides right here will pop up, which will have the wheels attached to them. So that's going to be that. But as I said before, right now it is 11:06. So that is going to be it for the stream. And I will see you when I see you.